Good morning. Good morning, guys. Today we're going to read God Sends Help. We're going to understand how Christ can be with us, but he can also be in heaven at the same time. Jesus' friends and helpers huddled together in a stuffy upstairs room. Even though it was sunny outside, the shutters were closed and the door was locked. Wait, in Jerusalem, Jesus had told them, I'm going to send you a special present. God's power is going to come into you. God's Holy Spirit is coming. So here they were waiting. Actually, most of them was just being scared and hiding. You can't blame them. Their best friend had left, and the important people and leaders were after them, and Jesus had given them a job they didn't know how to do yet. As they waited, they were praying and remembering how from the beginning God had been working out his secret rescue plan. Suddenly, a strong wind filled the little room, whistling through the walls, rustling the straw on the floor. And there, on everyone's heads, shining in the gloom, were flickering flames, fire that didn't hurt or burn. And something more. Inside their hearts, they felt a strange heat, almost as if all the coldness and hardness were melting away, as if their broken hearts were mending, and God was giving them brand new hearts, hearts that could work properly. How could it happen that they didn't know, but they knew God's power had struck their hearts ablaze, and Jesus himself was coming alive inside of them? They had seen Jesus go away, but now he was closer than he had ever been inside of their hearts. And this time, nothing would ever separate them. Jesus would always be there with them, loving them, whispering the promise that would get rid of the poison and the terrible lie and the sickness in their hearts. God's wonderful promise to them, you are my child and I love you. Make your home in me as I made my home in you, Jesus had said. Could it be? Heaven was coming into their hearts. Now they're getting excited and they're starting to share the news. They threw open the shutters. Sunlight flooded in the room as love had flooded their hearts, and the little room was filled with happiness, dancing feet, singing and laughing. They unlocked the door and surged out into the streets as if they had never been afraid. Peter spoke in a loud voice so everyone could hear, Jesus died for you because he loves you, but God has made him alive again. He has rescued you. People stopped and listened. The words sank down deep in their hearts and worked like medicine that makes you well, like an antidote to a deadly poison, like a kiss that wakes you from a deep sleep. Stop running away from God, Peter said. Run to him instead, so he can love you and make you free. And Peter told them the wonderful story of God's love. God's never stopping, never giving up, unbreaking, always and forever love. How Jesus had come and all else that had happened. There were lots of people from faraway countries in Jerusalem. They couldn't speak the same language, but as they listened to Peter, everyone could understand what he was saying in their own language. So they were hearing what Peter was saying in their own language. Many people believed and became Jesus' new friends and helpers. And the wonderful news of Jesus spread like sparks from a fire to villages, towns, and cities. Every day, more and more people believed. And so it was that the family of God's children, his special people, grew. One man was watching. I'll stop this. See, there's Saul right there. But this was God's plan, and nothing in all the world would ever be able to stop it. So next week, I think we'll probably continue with Bible stories, and we'll probably read about Saul. I hope you guys have a great Easter, and I hope you've enjoyed this story. Have a great day, guys.